A shopping trip offer? Diss tracks? Freak offs? Let's break it all down. You probably heard about the documentary miniseries Sean Combs' The Reckoning that was released, which features 50 Cent as one of the executive producers and his company G Unit Films and Television as one of the production companies. We're going to go over the tension between 50 and Diddy and what likely caused 50 to want to go above and beyond the call of duty to put this series out. This isn't his usual thing like an Instagram post or a tweet. It's a full-on production and essentially the culmination of 2 decades of 50 having some level of animosity for Diddy. I've covered a lot of 50's rap beefs, like with Ja Rule, which is clearly something he still holds on to, or Cameron, which resulted in a bunch of trolling and eventually squashing it, but his beef with Diddy is a whole different animal. To me, there's 3 main reasons why the relationship between 50 and Diddy has turned out this way, and I'm going to be going over each one and detailing some of the other events between the two and others that got involved. The first known instance of 50 Cent mentioning Diddy would be on 50's 1999 single How to Rob from the soundtrack to the film In Too Deep, on which he rapped fictional tales about robbing various artists in the industry. In fact, the first rapper he mentions on the song is Diddy, as on the first verse he has the lines, "You better recognize, nigga, I'm straight from the street. These industry niggas is starting to look like something to eat. I snatch Kim, tell Puff you wanna see her again, dance your ass down to the nearest ATM." Kim in this instance would be Kim Porter, who was Diddy's on and off again girlfriend, who also have a child together. When I first heard the song years ago, I didn't know anything about Kim Porter, so I thought 50 was referring to the rapper Lil' Kim who made songs with Diddy. Then on another one of his singles from 1999, Your Life's on the Line, he also makes a mention of Diddy. The song was meant to be on his shelved album Power of the Dollar, and then was featured on his mixtape Guess Who's Back in 2002 and his album Get Rich or Die Trying in 2003. The song was altered for official release, but the first verse of the original version has the lines, "Puff, you ran up on Steve, why you ain't run up on Suge? I'ma ask these questions cause I don't understand." That is a reference to the 1999 incident where Diddy approached and assaulted Steve Stout over the Nas Hate Me Now video. Then in 2001, 50 Cent was a ghostwriter for Diddy on at least one song, as it was revealed later on in interviews that he wrote Diddy's verse for the song Let's Get It, which has Bad Boy artists G-Dep, Black Rob, and Diddy on it, and was featured on G-Dep's debut album, Child of the Ghetto, as well as Diddy's third album, The Saga Continues, both released in 2001. 50 would state that Jennifer Lopez, who Diddy was dating at the time, was the one who suggested to Diddy to ask 50 to write for him.
Jennifer is who told Puff to work with me.
Jennifer Lopez. Okay.
Because her first album on the six, Corey Rooney was the executive producer. Corey Rooney was my executive producer for Power of the Dollar. So we had the relationship from Queens and everything coming out that put us in the same circles. And then Jennifer was telling me, yo, he is dope. You work with him, like eventually it's gonna happen. You know, and then Puff, that's what Puff was calling me down to do it.
G-Dep in an interview later on when asked about it would deny the claims that 50 wrote it and claimed to have written it himself, however.
So the verse that he has on there right now, you wrote that?
Yeah.
So I just seen something recently. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I seen it said that 50 Cent wrote the verse.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Well, what I think happened is I think he asked a bunch of people to write.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And I think, and what I think is because at the end I had how the end go. It go make moves major, hide out in Asia. If your girl keep coming around, and I'm gonna play something.
Right.
Like, so that was what I had in special delivery.
Yeah,
if your girl
right.
keep coming around, like, so that's what I put
That
in.
cadence, everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If your girl keep coming around and I'm gonna take it to Jamaica and I give her a reason. No, that was from special delivery. So I put that in there just so people on the low might know that, I was a part of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so connect the dots. So I said, if your girl keep coming around, then I'm a blazer, I'm the bad boy flavor, light blue gators. And then I had to end with that same thing. I think I said something, we'll be you later or something like that. It was rhyming with gators and all of that, right?
Right.
So then when he heard the verse, he was like, I'm feeling that. He was like, I'm digging that. He was like, but yo, can you like say something that's more like like to what's going on right now, because like you know we going through what we going through
Shit with J-Lo
at the time. So he was like, yo, and he said this out of his mouth. He said like say something like not guilty and I'm filthy.
Then in 2002, 50 mentioned Diddy on the track You're Not Like Me, which, just like Your Life's on the Line, was featured on Guess Who's Back, as well as Get Rich or Die Tryin'. On the first verse, he has the lines, hoes be like, 50 you so witty, on the dick like they heard like ghostwrite for P. Diddy, which is a reference to the ghostwriting that I mentioned a minute ago. Then on the track, Get Out the Club, from the same mixtape, 50 mentions Diddy on the first verse with the lines, they on that pretty shit, that high Diddy shit, they want me to trick, I ain't P. Diddy, bitch. Also around this time, G-Unit released the mixtape Automatic Gunfire, which features the track You Remind Me of My Bitch, which was later released on G-Unit's debut album Beg for Mercy under the title I Smell Pussy. On the outro, he talks about Irv Gotti and insinuates that he's trying to copy Diddy and Bad Boy. Then at the 2003 Video Music Awards show, Diddy presented 50 with the award for Best Music Video for 50's hit single In the Club. Also in 2003 is when things would get awkward between the two and be the first of the 3 reasons that I mentioned earlier. According to interviews 50 had later on, he would state that after music executive Chris Lighty's wedding, Diddy had a conversation with 50 and said they should hang out together and maybe go shopping, and even offered to pay for it, which seemed to rub 50 the wrong way.
Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
50 would state that it was a situation that was weird and made him uncomfortable. It could also come across as Diddy trying to sun 50, as at this time 50 just started becoming a huge name in hip hop, while Diddy had been at that point for a few years already. Or maybe Diddy really was trying to test 50 and see if he was down with the suspect behavior.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
In July 2003, the soundtrack to the film Bad Boys 2 was released, and 50 Cent was featured along with Biggie on the track Realest Niggas. If you remember the video I made talking about the 50 Cent and Jadakiss beef, I talked about the Jadakiss track Checkmate, which is one of my favorite diss tracks of all time. On that track, Jada has the line, I did real songs with Big, no made up shits. That line is a reference to this song here. On 50's verse, he mentions Diddy with the lines, there's no place like home, New York, I run this city and I don't dance around like Diddy. By this point, Diddy was well known for doing a lot of dancing in music videos and on stage. Then in March 2004, Diddy released the greatest hits album, Bad Boys 10th Anniversary, The Hits, which features the single Victory 2004, featuring 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and Biggie. The original version of Victory was from Diddy's debut album, No Way Out. The remix uses 50 Cent's verse and a portion of Lloyd Banks' verse from their own Victory freestyle from the G-Unit mixtape, No Mercy, No Fear. If you've never heard Banks' Victory freestyle, you gotta check it out. Now for the second of those reasons that I mentioned earlier, we're gonna speak briefly on Murda Mase. Mase signed to Bad Boy in 1996, put out his debut album Harlem World in 97, his second album Double Up in 99, and then retired from rap to be a pastor. In 2004, Mase came back and released his third album Welcome Back, also on Bad Boy. Then in 2005, he was featured in the music video for the 50 Cent single Window Shopper and featured on the song I Don't Know Officer, both from the Get Rich or Die Tryin' film soundtrack. And he even released a mixtape with G-Unit. In the video for Window Shopper, Mase is seen shopping with 50. And since 50 revealed that Diddy offered to take him shopping before, it's possible the video is a subtle reference to that offer. Considering how Mase was signed to Bad Boy Records, it makes it all the more likely to have been 50's intention. Mase was supposed to officially sign to G-Unit Records, but Diddy blocked the deal, allegedly asking for $2 million to let Mase go over to G-Unit, which 50 Cent refused to pay. Also in 2005, G-Unit released the mixtape G-Unit Radio 11, which features the track I Run New York, which was a diss track to the Lox, and 50 makes a mention of Diddy in the outro as he mentions wanting to speak to Puff about buying Jadakiss's publishing. Going back to the Get Rich or Die Tryin' soundtrack, 50 also made a mention of Diddy on the song What If. On the first verse, he has the lines, "If I got on some pretty boy shit like Puffy, niggas in the hood, man, they just wouldn't love me." Then in 2006, G-Unit put out the mixtape G-Unit Radio 22 Hip Hop is Dead Verse 2, which sees 50 taking shots at Diddy. On the intro, Diddy is mentioned along with the other rappers 50 has been beefing with, like Ja Rule and Jadakiss, clearly meaning Diddy was on the enemy list. Then on the track Hip Hop, which has 50 rapping over the beat to the Dead Prez song Hip Hop, he mentions Diddy on the end of his verse with the lines, "Who shot Biggie Smalls? We don't get him. They gon' kill us all, man. Puffy know who hit that nigga. Man, that nigga soft. He scared them boys from the west side to break him off. Jump on his ass. So he run to Harlem, shake him off." This is a reference to the rumor that Diddy essentially got Biggie killed by bringing him to California despite the tension between New York and LA at the time, especially given that it was only months after Tupac was killed, and of course there were rumors that Diddy was involved with the Crips who killed Tupac. Then on the outro, 50 talks about how he's not going to get invited to the Diddy parties in the Hamptons because of this, and that he's tired of Diddy messing around with the Mase deal, and that he gives up on it and tells Diddy to send him money that he spent on Mase. That track also goes by the name The Bomb. Then the track Diddy New Shit is an interlude making fun of Diddy. On the track Get Down featuring Tony Yayo and Hot Rod, 50 has the lines, "You probably heard Mase tried to join the team cause Puff was too busy selling pimple cream," which is a reference to how Diddy was in a commercial for the skin cream Proactive. Then the track Drunk Diddy outro has a recording from Diddy talking about his Proactive endorsement. After the whole Mase situation, 50 Cent also made an appearance on the Howard Stern show and was asked about what happened, in which 50 would say that Diddy was being unreasonable about the Mase deal.
What about this Sean P. Diddy Combs? You had a feud with him, but you made up, right?
Yeah, man, Puff, yeah, issues over the Mase project.
Right.
Like he had an artist that was signed to him, and he had given him the go-ahead to go find a new opportunity. And when Mase first came to me, he didn't actually have the material that I was excited about, but I let him come with me on a tour. So he was traveling with us, and then he started writing. He got inspired by the things that were going on around him, and he created some material that I was excited about. And when we came back with me and Puff to try and make the deal, he was being unreasonable. Wow. I think he felt like Mase was like the last piece to his legacy, considering Biggie's not there and the Locks is gone. And
well, he didn't want the guy, and you were willing to take him in.
Yeah, but he was holding on to him, and then like because it got drawn out, like he wasn't responding to me, I got a little frustrated because I actually had Jimmy. Jimmy was had said to me that he would forget about his profits on the project to allow me and Puffy to split it. In Puff's situation, like, we good now, like, because we actually got on the telephone together. Right. But because the communication broke, after he knew we was making an effort to make the deal, I felt like he was just, because he felt like he wasn't making the deal.
Some years later, in 2014, 50 had an interview with Funkmaster Flex on Hot 97, and Flex asked him about the Mase deal as well, in which 50 would explain that Diddy asked for $2 million and that he didn't feel Mase was worth it, but he might have been willing to pay $1 million.
Nah, ever since Mase, you've always had a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, he did some suckers.
You always had a bad taste in your mouth.
He was a sucker on the Mase project because he know what he did.
No, but how about this though? How about this? Let's go back to some street rules of how people feel. I mean, I'm gonna keep 100. I don't want Mase to blow up with you, and I don't want it. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Okay, so let's.
I'm gonna make it hard for you. If we and you were doing a deal, I'm gonna make it hard for you.
Nah, but there's things said.
I want to see that.
There was things said within. We was in Noble, me, him, and Jimmy sitting there, right? He was at the table having dinner with some other people.
He's gonna be a little bit more cordial with you in front of Jimmy, though.
Nah, man.
You know what he did. He's gonna be a little bit more business.
Yo, Playboy. Yo, I thought you know how we going Tiffany Co. right now. We pick up something. They ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna send us an invoice later. They gonna let us walk out. That's what I thought you was doing with Mase. I thought you was taking him on tour. When you come back, you gonna take care of me. I said, oh, ain't nothing. So I just waiting for you to take care of me. So
was there a number talked about?
Yeah, I was like, what you looking for that?
What you want?
He said $2 million. I'm like, Mase ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket. Is you crazy? Jimmy, look.
What year?
Jimmy said,
what year was this?
This right before we went on that tour.
But you know something? amongst you and Puff though, that $2 million is $200.
Nah, let me tell you what it's going.
$2 million is $200.
Right, but
between
this is
the two of you.
The principle is more important. Look what he do. When Jimmy gets all antsy, because right now he don't know we having a meeting to talk about him actually going. He getting ready to flip it the other way. He was going the whole time. Oh, I know you wrote these records. You think I don't know who wrote the records? I don't know this kid. I got you to do this thing. You kidding me? This and that. Like, so now it's like he's cleared it when the disrespect coming from game angle. He's going, I know you fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's what. And then he goes, it's time to sell a game album again. So he's trying to figure out how to have this conversation with me to make
This is Jimmy.
Cool. For Jimmy's perspective. So now when he's sitting there talking, Puff there, he says, I've never heard a person say this to me ever again in my career. He says, okay, look, you guys, make the deal. Like, how are we gonna make the deal? I'll give up my profits.
Oh, because it's a move over. Technically, it's a move over.
Yeah, he's saying I'll give up my profits, meaning he would give me the money.
But you felt good about that.
Yeah, I'm never gonna hear that again in my career. You gonna give me the money to take the artist, make the project, and after we recoup the money that we spent, take the profits.
Okay.
I'm going to. Man, Mase might not even get a chance to write all of the record. I'm trying to write the record for him. At that point,
you felt like Jimmy was giving up a good deal.
Super good deal. Never ever again.
And you kind of feel Diddy made the deal hard.
Yeah, like after he just said something that I'm never gonna hear from my career ever again.
How much would you pay if the $2 million wasn't right? What would you pay for Mase?
Man, it was $1 million over what that was supposed to. He could have got $1 million out.
All right.
So now it wasn't simply an odd personal suggestion that Diddy made, but now there was also a business issue between the two. Also in 2007, 50 Cent released the track I Get Money Forbes remix featuring Diddy and Jay-Z. Some say that 50 Cent and Jay-Z wrote Diddy's verse, while others say that G-Unit member Lloyd Banks wrote it. But the funny thing though is how the beginning of the verse has aged poorly due to the arrest, documentary, and speculation surrounding Diddy. Those lines being, Bo knows but Diddy did it. Cars, jewelry, and big homes, yeah, Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal beefs, yeah, Diddy did it. But my lawyer's so good that Diddy got acquitted. The coastal beefs is a reference to the so-called East Coast West Coast beef, and the shootouts are a reference to the 1999 club shooting that occurred in which Diddy was acquitted and bad boy artist Shine was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Then in 2009, during 50's beef with Rick Ross, he took Tia Kemp and her kids to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s house, and Diddy is seen in a video talking to the other guests like 50. Tia Kemp is the mother of one of Ross's kids, so that was another ploy by 50 to mess with Rick. And I've covered that beef on the channel before, so check it out for the details on that. Around this time, Rick Ross signed a deal with Diddy regarding Ciroc, which is the liquor brand that Diddy had a partnership with the liquor company Diageo for. This closeness with Rick Ross would be another reason for 50 to diss Diddy. In June 2010, during a radio interview, 50 threw shots at both Rick Ross and Diddy. He dissed Diddy's new music and said that he's not an artist because he doesn't even write his own rhymes.
I was online, man, and I was reading you're not a big Puffy fan these days.
Well, you know what? His music sucks.
Don't be blunt, 50. Tell us what's on your mind.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
What is it you don't like about Puffy's music right now?
He's not an artist anyway, so
that's true.
It doesn't really matter. Like if you think about it, is he a rapper?
No.
Because he said he don't write rhymes, he writes text.
That's right.
Like the same thing that I would say is the matter with a Rick Ross project is no authenticity to what he's actually doing. Now he's a singer. Like I think that's Kanye West inspired. You know what I'm saying? And certain artists, but Kanye's an artist. You understand? Like if he's making those artistic choices to go in a different genre, it's different. Like Puffy's just buying a record and singing it.
So you're not buying Puffy's CD when it comes out at all, huh?
Nobody's buying it. He even said himself he don't expect it to sell. Like he's okay, just he's just using it as a promotional tool. Like and standing next to these fools is his promotional tool too. Like how does Rick Ross remind you of Biggie? Any Biggie fan objects to that.
Yeah.
He's close to him. So I think he said that. Like he says that. What? Because he's fat in his eyes? That's what you think makes you remind you of Biggie? Like it's almost like he's trying to recreate This is what he had. It's like he's seen now.
Yeah.
Now you get older, things start feeling crazy.
Then in July that year, in what is perhaps another one of his biggest trolling moments, he launched a petition online to get Diddy to stop profiting from the death of Biggie. Trolling or not, it's a pretty fair point. At this point, Diddy had released multiple Biggie albums, and in 2009 they released the film Notorious, which was based on the life of Biggie. Then a few years later, in March 2014, Diddy released the single Big Homie featuring Rick Ross and French Montana. Shortly after the release of the song, 50 dissed the track during an interview with 92Q Jams by stating the following: "Puff still out here, he don't even need a record cause he don't got one. You know Puff ain't got no music that you wanna hear. That Big Homie shit is garbage." In August 2015, Diddy had an interview on The Breakfast Club, and they mentioned how Diddy sent 50 Cent a lifetime supply of Ciroc and how 50 only sent a single case of Effin' to Diddy. Diddy replied by saying that small businesses might not be able to offer a lifetime supply, but he would also state that he welcomes more black men into the industry.
50 Cent sent a case of effing up here for Diddy, and he signed it with a card.
He gave him a card.
And
said-
now we have revolt people crawling
Let's
on the
be
ground.
friends, Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, be clear, Diddy did send 50 a whole lifetime supply of Ciroc
Yes,
for
yeah.
his birthday as well. So you guys have a hopefully friendly back and forth.
Yeah. You know.
Just so people know what's going on.
Thank you.
Why the vodka wars look like rap battles now? Why did that
Nah, hey, yo, what it is, it's enough for everybody. So you know, I welcome him into the game. You know, it's good to see somebody of my color out there, you know, represented in this field. And, you know, hopefully he appreciates me opening up the doors for him continuously.
That's basically what he's saying, but he would not be as successful as Ciroc. I just need him to know that.
Nah, when I sent him a lifetime supply of Ciroc, and so I appreciate his gesture. You
He
know.
only sent you one case. That's kind of an insult. A lifetime supply?
I mean, when you first starting out in these little companies, you know what I'm saying, they don't really have a lot of supply, you know? So that's, you know, with Homeboys Vodka, you know, sometimes maybe you can only send a case, you know?
Now, before we get back to the music, how you feel about Envy just switching sides on you like that?
You know, he's an effing boy now.
Boyed out. Now it's whatever mob. What is it? Effing mob.
Hey, you know it is. You can only respect. It's just business, man. And you hey, I mean sometimes that's the team you play on. Like what's the cats down in like North Carolina, like the
Tar Heels.
I mean, no, it was a team
Bobcats?
the
Hornets?
the B-level team that plays down there.
Oh, everybody ain't no B-level team, man. You know what I'm saying?
What league is that?
That's the minor league.
Hey, no, that's not even the summer league. That's the league, like when you be in the heated gyms.
Yeah.
And be like 20 people.
Actually, the effing vodka check was a lot more than the Ciroc.
Hey yo, check this out, because you deserve that. You deserve that. After you rock with me, you get more money, baby. That's just a fact.
He made you.
I just want to say, it's been some months since you slapped the light skinned guy. You want to just go over there real quick.
Nah.
And, you know,
but all jokes aside, you know, it's been great to see more people of color get into the game and to be able to get the different endorsements and the support. And so, you know, I welcome anybody that's coming in, hustling, trying to, get their thing off. So, you know, I wish 50 the best of luck.
This was also a part of the so-called vodka wars that occurred between Diddy and 50 as they were both promoting a vodka brand. Throughout his deal with Effin' Vodka, 50 would often promote it online and he would troll Diddy, who had the Ciroc deal, in order to further promote Effin'. During this time frame, 50 would also throw shots at French Montana as well, which he had done in the past for other reasons, but at this point, French's relationship with Diddy became the source of their back and forth. For example, in August 2015, French had an interview with The Breakfast Club during which he stated that he and 50 didn't have a real beef, and that 50 was just doing it to promote Effin' Vodka, but he doesn't like him dissing people like Diddy and Rick Ross.
So I'm like, yo, what's up with you and Puff? He was like, you know, I'm just doing this, you know, to help my vodka company, you know what I'm saying, do some crazy things like that. So all these problems we have now, it really like throw me off, because he really like a guy that have a method behind his madness, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He really like a marketing genius,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So he's different. So it's not like, I don't want the people thinking like it's real problems.
So you don't.
but he called you. He put your picture up and he called you Diddy's bitch.
Yeah,
that's jokes.
Then I pull his picture up, called him Donkey.
Yeah, that is true.
He is the donkey of the day and the month and the year. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, he try to promote his vodka. You know, but ain't nobody drinking that Four Loko.
It's not a Four Loko. But you guys don't have a real beef.
It is a Four Loko.
It's not a Four Loko,
What's the
French.
last time you went in the club and saw somebody holding the effing vodka bottle up like they getting money in the club?
2 days ago, French.
When?
Envy was doing it.
Man.
Envy's part of the effing mob. Or whatever.
Effing vodka mob.
Effing vodka mob.
Hey, Envy, you better never do that again.
Yo, stop it. but y'all don't got no real serious beef.
Nah,
it's
nah.
just jokes and fun.
But see,
Nah,
you
we
never
don't
know
have no
with Fifth,
problem.
though. You think it might be fun and games, and you see Fifth, and then it's something else.
Fifth don't have no problems with nobody, man. I mean, 50, he's somebody that really, like, broke it down to the T when it comes to these problems. You're not going to get next to him. He ride around bulletproof trucks. He's around police. He's just like, 50 is nobody, there's no altercations, he do it like for marketing purpose. You know what I'm saying? 50 is just a different kind of, he's just a different kind of rapper. I don't know what the fuck to call him.
You used to run with Fifth Heavy, though, at one point.
Y'all was
right?
cool at
We
one point.
was cool. I don't have no problems with 50. That's what I'm saying. Me and him don't have no problems. But when you disrespect Ross, when you disrespect Puff, when you disrespect the people that I'm around, then me and you can never be cool.
In September 2015, 50 took a shot at Diddy's new single, Finna Get Loose, calling the video whack. Then in 2016, 50 made an appearance on the Drink Champs podcast hosted by NORE and DJ EFN. He talked about the whole situation where Diddy offered to take him shopping and then called Diddy a fruit pop.
The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stout. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out. Nigga, we gotta kick it. This is Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like the fucking wait. This nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes off. Because you're a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. Trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. Yo, you don't see accident pictures would be like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
This was pretty suspect according to 50, and this is the story he would also repeat in other interviews. They also spoke about effing Vodka, which 50 started a business deal with in 2014, and in typical 50 fashion, he dismissed Ciroc as not being real vodka.
So how did you get effing Vodka, man?
But effing, they've been approaching me to do spirits since 2000.
So this is a vodka company that already existed prior to you, similar to like how Puff with the Ciroc?
Beam Satori, same type of deal.
So where was you at? France?
Puff is with Diageo, they're with...
This is grape vodka as well?
Because you are rich.
Is it grape?
No. Puff's is not even vodka.
Oh,
it's grapes.
Let's go there.
It says made...
We ready.
With
we ready. We ready. We know where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
We ready.
Like we got read the label.
Let's go, 50.
Made with vodka. You know, it's grapes. It's grapes. So
he break it down
obviously it's
smart
gonna
again.
be more sugar.
We need the gum version.
It's gonna be more sugar in it because this is made from wheat. It's from Holland. It's distilled 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot less sugar and it's a lot smoother than the Ciroc brand. And then later, when you have a headache because you finished your full bottle of Ciroc, you shit banging.
Talk about it.
I'm telling you, see,
Talk about
I was
it,
better than you niggas. Told you I was smarter.
In January 2018, Diddy made an appearance on The Breakfast Club and he was asked about his beef with 50. He would deny having issues with 50 and state that 50 loves him and that he's not going to say anything negative about 50.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why do you and Fifth just?
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not?
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see
Y'all
it,
can't
man.
see that he loves me?
But see,
you really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both.
I don't know. Yo, check this out. I don't know.
Like, y'all
I don't.
both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not the same.
But I mean,
we are
as
not
far as
cut
the
from
way
the
you
same
guys
cloth.
work and work hard.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I respect that. I don't never hit him with no, you know, nothing. I don't even think of no other man. Besides, if I'm thinking about another man, I'm thinking about uplifting. I'm not thinking about all that. All them gnats, you know, they can't really touch me. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. You know, the track record. Y'all know the business acumen. Y'all know the community service. Y'all know what I'm about. You know, and when he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor, and he's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths, and I will never say nothing negative about him, you know, because that's just not me.
So yeah, it would seem pretty clear that at least publicly, Diddy didn't care too much to respond to 50. During this time, 50 would continue to take jabs on social media at Diddy, especially making insinuations that Diddy is gay. I get that it's a joke, but if we're considering all the questionable statements and allegations that came out over the years, Diddy could very well be bisexual. Surprisingly enough, in November 2018, Kim Porter, who had 3 children with Diddy and an on and off again relationship, died, reportedly from pneumonia. And 50 made a tweet sending his condolences to her friends and family and saying that he knows that Diddy is probably hurting. A few years later, in October 2023, while 50 was on his final lap tour, during one of his shows, he spoke to the crowd and made a reference to Diddy getting Tupac killed. On another show, he spoke to the crowd about Diddy's parties and why he doesn't go to them.
That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. What you talking about? Look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this ain't my motherfucking counterpart. Like, it's uncomfortable.
Then in November that year came the infamous civil suit Cassie filed against Diddy. 50 of course used this as yet another opportunity to troll Diddy some more. One example was 50 going online and offering to buy Revolt TV from Diddy after he announced that he was stepping down from the position of chairman. This also followed 2 other women filing similar lawsuits against Diddy. Then in December that year, 50 announced that a documentary was in the works about Diddy and the allegations, and that the G-Unit film and television proceeds from it would go to victims of sexual violence. Over the next 2 years, 50 continued to throw shots at Diddy on social media. For example, he compared Diddy to R. Kelly and on another occasion Jeffrey Epstein for their crimes committed. In January 2024, Uncle Murda released his yearly wrap-up song, but this time he released it in more than one part, with most of part 2 focused on Diddy, in particular the lawsuits and allegations. Then in January the next year, he dedicated a portion of Wrap Up 2024 to talking about Diddy some more. If you don't know the connection to 50, then the answer is very simple. Uncle Murda is signed to G-Unit Records and was featured on his final lap tour in 2023, along with G-Unit member Tony Yayo.
My nigga that suing Diddy for all that bread, nigga. Stop playing, nigga. You heard? My boy want that check, nigga. You know, human harmony, nigga. I'm just saying. Wrap up vibes. Whoa! By Monday. Want that money by Monday, Diddy.
Early in 2024, rumors occurred that 50 would replace Diddy's role with Ciroc, and in April that year, he confirmed that the rumors were false by saying he doesn't do brand deals as he owns brands instead. Now before we continue, I'm gonna take a minute out to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and check out the links in the description to follow on other platforms, join the Discord server, and see the Patreon page. Doing stuff like that and sharing the videos with your friends helps support the channel and it's appreciated. Now back to 50 and Diddy. One of the things that became much more widely known due to the investigation and trial is the other potential reason for 50 to have some level of animosity for Diddy. That being the fact that Daphne Joy was one of the women that was involved in Diddy's freak-offs. Daphne is 50's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his second son. In February 2024, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr. also filed a civil suit against Diddy, with many other people in the industry also listed as defendants, alleging he was sexually assaulted multiple times, among other things. In this civil suit, Daphne Joy is mentioned as one of the people that Diddy regularly paid for sex work. Considering the things that occurred between Diddy and her, then you can probably see why 50 might be a bit bothered by them being revealed publicly. Some of the people making these wild comments about Diddy and the other people involved in the freak-offs were mentioning 50 as well due to his connection to Daphne. Even if he wasn't still involved with her, that's still the mother of his child, so it might be something that causes a bit of embarrassment to him. In 2024, in response to this, 50 made a post stating that he would be seeking full custody of their son. Daphne then filed a lawsuit claiming domestic violence and rape against 50. 50 Cent responded by denying the allegations and then filed a defamation lawsuit against her. She then dropped her lawsuit and 50 dropped his as well. Then in May 2024, Diddy's second biological son, Christian, who raps under the name King Combs, released a song titled Pick a Side, which, as you could probably tell by the title, is aimed at people that were taking shots at Diddy at the time. He goes at 50 with the lines, "Rather put this shit on wax, all that gossip shit is whack, when all they have was 50 Cent who put this city on the map. Stop lying, Pop's been hated on by many men, and nigga that's fine, they gon' try to stop these M&Ms and they gon' die trying. Pull up to the south side, we locked and we got ties." M&M's and Get Rich or Die Trying are a reference to how Eminem helped 50 Cent by signing him to Shady Records and featuring on songs with him, and Get Rich or Die Trying as a reference to the 50 Cent album, while Southside is short for Southside Jamaica Queens, which is the neighborhood 50 is from. Also that month, the hotel footage of Diddy assaulting Cassie went viral, and 50 took to social media to troll Diddy over it. That same month, 50 announced that Netflix had won a bidding war for the Diddy docuseries, which some were skeptical of, but it wound up being confirmed by TMZ. In June that year, a roast of Diddy was hosted in Miami, and 50 Cent was in attendance. 50 Cent throughout this time trolled Diddy over things like the raid of Diddy's mansions and the massive amounts of baby oil that was found, among other things. Another person 50 took aim at because of Diddy is Meek Mill, who 50 had a back and forth with in the past when Meek was beefing with Drake. At this time, however, he took aim at Meek because of the rumors about Meek and Diddy's relationship. Meek and Diddy had several pictures together that people were starting to question and were calling them gay. Meek responded to these rumors by denying them and stating that they're confusing his 12-year-old son. 50 Cent would respond by saying that people don't think Meek is gay, they think that he's on the tapes. The tapes, of course, being all the recording that Diddy was allegedly doing at the freak-offs. Also, when 50 Cent responded to the King Combs diss track with a tweet, Meek Mill came to the defense of the father and son with a tweet of his own, accusing 50 of being a snitch and mentioning how 50's own son hates him. Some of the things that went on with 50 trolling Diddy and whatnot were overshadowed in 2024 because of all the diss tracks that were going back and forth between Kendrick, Drake, and the other rappers involved with their feud. Then in May 2025, Diddy's trial started, and it wrapped up in July. Diddy was found not guilty of the RICO and sex trafficking charges, and 50 took to social media to compare him to the infamous mafia boss John Gotti, who was notorious for getting acquitted on multiple charges before eventually getting sentenced to life in prison in 1992. To be specific, he referred to Diddy as the gay John Gotti, which not only goes back to Diddy inviting 50 to go shopping, but also the various outrageous details about Diddy that were revealed throughout the trial and investigation leading up to it. Then in September, Meek Mill made a tweet stating that he wants to hire an investigation team for $100,000 to find out all the details about why his name is involved in the Diddy case. 50 responded to that by making a tweet of his own, which included an edited video from the Rick James hit single Give It To Me Baby, with Diddy as Rick and Meek as the love interest. Then on October 3rd that year, Diddy was sentenced. Due to him being acquitted on the RICO and human trafficking charges, he was not going to be receiving more than a maximum of 20 years as opposed to facing life for the RICO charge. He was sentenced to 50 months, which is 4 years and 2 months, and had already served about a year of that time while waiting for trial. Also in October, President Donald Trump stated that there were several people that wanted a pardon from him, including Diddy, to which 50 Cent took to Instagram to laugh at the idea. That same month, 50 had an interview with Billboard, and he mentioned that the way Meek Mill responded to the rumors online makes it a bigger thing and people continue to talk about it. Then in December 2025, the infamous docuseries that I mentioned in the beginning was released. Leading up to the release, a spokesperson for Diddy stated that it was a shameless hit piece and that Netflix should not have teamed up with 50 Cent to put it out and that it relies on stolen footage. Netflix would respond stating that they obtained the footage legally. Allegedly, some of the footage got to 50 because a freelancer who was recording Diddy sold the footage because he was not properly paid by Diddy for it. The documentary itself performed pretty well with reportedly over 20 million views within the first week. I'm not reviewing the documentary in this video, but I will say that I watched it myself and a lot of information in it I already knew. But it was interesting to see it all put together and with additional details like the multiple interviews from people that were around Diddy over the years. I would say even for the avid rap listener, there's something there for you, and for the more casual listener, there's even more to be learned and keep you interested throughout the roughly 4-hour long series. Around this time, 50 had an interview with US Weekly and he spoke about multiple things related to the docuseries. One of those being that Diddy's sons nearly appeared in the series in order to share their perspective. In the past, he's also had Quincy Brown, who is Diddy's stepson from Kim Porter's relationship with Albie Shore, and Justin Combs, his son of Misa Hilton, as actors in his series Power. Justin made an appearance on Power Book 2 and Quincy on Power Book 3. So clearly, despite the beef, 50 was willing to give Diddy's family a role in his series. Or another way of seeing it is he did that as yet another way to troll Diddy. Around the release of the documentary, 50 Cent along with the director Alex Stapleton had an interview on ABC about it, including things like why he got involved with it and what his intention was. Some felt that the reason 50 chose to do an interview with ABC is because it's one of the channels that's available to watch in prison, which means Diddy would be able to watch the interview.
People know about this very public, long-standing feud that you've had with Sean Combs. So what brought you to this project?
Well, I just want to make really hit television. I like the idea of it being exciting, and I picked this project and started working on it about 5 months before I found Alex. And I know that she has the artistic integrity that it would take to make it a great project, and there's the Quincy Jones era of production is find me that bass player because he's the baddest man out there in Chicago, and find me that keyboardist and fly them in from Miami, and we put them in and have the greatest jam session they ever heard, and it just always resulted in great and hit music. And I take that concept into television production.
You take that into everything you do, sir.
That's right.
You really do. And it really comes through, and appreciate that about you.
50 Cent appears to have responded online to the rumor by suggesting that it's true. Also in December, 50 took to IG and made a post saying that he was sent some flowers by Diddy while in a club, which he took as a threat. However, a spokesperson for Diddy would state that the flowers didn't come from Diddy at all. So now where does this all leave Diddy and 50? Well, at the time of this writing, Diddy is scheduled for a release in 2028, and early in January 2026, Donald Trump confirmed that he would be rejecting Diddy's request for a pardon. Meanwhile, 50 is still out here focused on film and his other business ventures. They might have managed to work together on that remix years ago and have been cordial with each other in public at times before some of these situations occurred, but after all of this, I don't think we'll see a reconciliation between the two anytime soon, but who knows. What are your thoughts on the beef between the two? Do you think 50 had good reason to go at Diddy the way he did? What do you think about the docuseries if you've seen it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.